We are so grateful for what God is doing in and through our church. It's because of you that people are finding their way back to God, placing their trust in Jesus, and following Jesus with us as we are loving Jesus, becoming like Jesus, and sharing Jesus. We know that God wants to continue to expand His kingdom through our local church as we glorify Him by living on this mission together. We believe that God wants to use Westside Leavenworth in the next 10 years to influence 10,000 people to follow Jesus by living out an expression of loving Jesus, becoming like Jesus, and sharing Jesus. This doesn't mean we will be a local church of thousands. It means we will be a church who impacts thousands through our efforts to plant churches stateside and plant churches internationally. It also means that we will have a big impact locally by the end of 2020. This is what we are praying and believing that impact looks like. We are praying and believing that we can reach 150 new families here in our Leavenworth County. We are praying and believing that we will have 100 life groups so each of us can have a Jesus-centered community around us so we can care for each other as we follow Jesus together. We are praying and believing that we will have 10 faith communities who are living their faith out to reach specific demographics in our community. We are praying and believing that we will send 50 military families out who want to live on this mission with us wherever they go from here. And we are praying and believing that God will continue to grow us in our generosity so we can financially support the work to which He has called us. So what is the part each of us have in contributing to this vision? It's simple. We want you to be one of 150 people in our church who create a one-to-one connection with someone in the next year. What is one-to-one? We believe that if you invest in someone behind you or are influenced by someone ahead of you in your journey with Jesus, God will work in you and through you in an exponential way. This can sound intimidating, but it's really not. Every one of us are a little farther ahead of someone else in our journey with Jesus or a step behind someone else in their journey with Jesus. Each of us have something to give someone behind us, and each of us have something we can learn from someone ahead of us. It won't happen unless we create a one-to-one. When God leads you to a person with whom you can say, "Hey, I've been there," that is a person behind you whom God may be leading you to invest in. When you invest in someone behind you, God uses your faith story and experiences to grow them in their faith. And your faith will grow too. Or maybe you have a next step to take and you see someone who has already taken that next step in their faith journey. Maybe it's someone who has been in a situation like you are currently in. Or it might be someone whose walk with Jesus is where you would like yours to be. That's an opportunity for you to create a one-to-one, for them to influence you and help you grow in your relationship with Jesus. Not only will your faith grow, but theirs will too. Who knows what could happen in your life or the life of someone else if you would have the courage to have a one-to-one by investing in someone behind you or being influenced by someone ahead of you in your journey of following Jesus. Having a one-to-one connection with someone will grow you in your relationship with Jesus, and God will use you to help someone else grow in their faith. We believe that if 150 Westsiders go one-to-one in the next year, God will continue to grow you in your relationship with Jesus, and God will do amazing things through each of us as we join together in this mission of loving Jesus, becoming like Jesus, and sharing Jesus so people can find life in Him, and eventually thousands of people could be influenced to join us in this mission. I hope you will begin to pray with me that God will lead you to be one of the 150 Westsiders who go one-to-one by investing in someone behind them or being influenced by someone ahead of them as we follow Jesus together.